Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Huh? What is that? Ullu.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
His Holiness Candramauli Swami Guru Maharaj ki. His Holiness Candramauli Swami Maharaj Vyasa-puja Celebration.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Maharaj Vyasa-puja Celebration ki. Srila Prabhupada ki. और प्रेमानंदी
His Holiness Candramauli Swami Maharaj ki. Srila Prabhupada ki. Jai Gaur Premanande.
खाली लेके आ रहे हैं क्या? जल्दी दो, आप गाओ हमें गाओ.
कीर्तन कीर्तन कंटिन्यू.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Hare Hare. Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Rama Rama Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna.
Shri Prabhupada ki
Jai His Holiness Candramauli Swami Guru Maharaj ki. His Holiness Candramauli Swami Guru Maharaj Vyasa-puja Celebration ki. Srila Prabhupada ki. So, we request all the devotees to please sit down. Maharaj will share his Vyasa-puja address with us. So, today we are all very fortunate that we have been blessed with the opportunity to celebrate the 77th Vyasa-puja Celebration of His Holiness Candramauli Swami Maharaj. So, Maharaj is a very dear son of Srila Prabhupada, and Maharaj is blessing us since last so many days. Maharaj came in the beginning of the festival on 12th of September. I just want to introduce Maharaj in short for our purification. Maharaj appeared in 1947 in New Jersey, USA, in the same year when India got independence. But Maharaj told, I am teaching dependence on Krishna. And then in 1973, 50 years back, Maharaj came in contact with ISKCON and immediately received initiation from Srila Prabhupada in the same year. And then Maharaj began practicing Krishna consciousness in New York City, and then he began serving at New Vrindavan Farm Community in West Virginia. We have His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj also here. So they both share very loving memories of serving there together. In 1986, Maharaj accepted sannyas initiation and started preaching. And as Srila Prabhupada say, this material world is a jail. And Maharaj, in the jail of material world, his heart is so compassionate, he started going into the jails and started preaching with prisoners. Revolt. And Maharaj has turned many prisoners into wonderful devotees. And Maharaj has also written a book about his experience of preaching in prison. 2 books, they are known as Holy Jail. As Prabhupada turned hellish cities into holy cities, Maharaj turned hellish jail into holy jail. So we are very grateful to Maharaj for blessing us with this wonderful opportunity. Now we will hear nectar from the lotus mouth of Maharaj. Let us welcome Maharaj and express gratitude to Maharaj by chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra once. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. His Holiness Candramauli Swami Maharaj ki.
Samaveda Bhaktivinoda ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari. Janavallabha Gary, Sodanandana, Rajadanandana, Sodanandana, Yamuna Tira Yamuna Tira Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Om Gyan Timidandasya Ginajana Salakaya Chaksun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimakti Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pacharine Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Pastyatya De Satarine Vancha Kalpa Tarubhischa Kripa Sindhu Baibacha Patitanam Bhavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namaho Namaha Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare Hare. Before I say anything, I want to express my deep gratitude for very few persons in my life who have been very much instrumental in helping me in whatever progress I've made in Krishna consciousness. And it's the most amazing. All these people are here today. And it starts off with the devotee who brought me to Krishna consciousness. She gave class this morning. Devi Shakti. She was one of the first persons, actually the first person to give me books and preach Krishna consciousness to me and make sure I didn't get away. She was very enthusiastic and very, very encouraging to bring Krishna consciousness in such a wonderful way to my heart at that time. And I'm eternally grateful for her. And she's doing so many things for others in the same way. Also, one person in my life that's been really a solid shelter for me, a guide, a personality who's been a friend, but more than a friend, but actually my spiritual guide in life. Person I came in contact when I first joined Krishna consciousness in New Vrindavan, and a person who is making hundreds and thousands of disciples all around the world by his preaching, by his projects, by his personal presence. He attracts people to Krishna. And that is His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaja. I mean, I can actually say I wouldn't be sitting here having any kind of situation of position if it wasn't for Maharaj. He did so much, and he's still a guide for me, an inspiration, someone I can go to and get anything I need if there's any reason to get further edifications. I mean, he is, for me, he is as good as Srila Prabhupada. And of course, His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, the guru of the entire world, Jagat Guru, who's gave us this Krishna conscious movement, chance for us to actually make a solution to all the problems of life and achieve the goal of life, Prema Pumartha Mahan, love of God. And so I'm fortunate. Of course, I cannot leave out a personality who was very, very always there at times when I needed him as a friend, as an inspiration, as a person who I could hear from, I could become inspired from, I could learn from, and that was His Holiness Bhakti Taru Swami Maharaj. So when I look back at my life, I can see it was just by the mercy of many of these great souls that I have any opportunity to be in such a situation where I can offer some service to Srila Prabhupada's mission. It's only by their mercy. We heard this morning from Daivi Shakti Mataji on the importance of this particular day, which is Bhadra Purnima, very expertly outlining the importance of this day and giving great Shastra evidences speaking from Gaur Leela, Krishna Leela, and Srila Prabhupada's Leela, the connection of Bhadra Purnima. So I'd like to just kind of emphasize the importance of this day even a little bit more by mentioning one verse in the Srimad Bhagavatam, which is one of the fundamental verses that describes the purpose of Bhagavatam. Krishna swa dharma upagate dharma janaribi saham kolona stadrusame sam purnanakam dunoditaha. Translation, this Bhagavad Purana is as brilliant as the sun. It is written just after the departure of Lord Krishna for his own abode, accompanied by religion, knowledge, etc. Persons who have lost their vision due to the dense darkness of ignorance in the age of Kali shall get light from this Bhagavatam. Now it is mentioned that when Sri Krishna left the planet, he left himself in the form of Srimad Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam is actually the literary incarnation of Krishna. In the absolute sense of understanding, it is none different than Krishna. And the next verse, I'll read that also. And this is the final verse in this third chapter of the first canto. O learned Brahmins, when Sukadev Goswami recited Bhagavatam in the presence of Maharaj Parikshit, I heard him with rapt attention, and thus by his mercy I learned Bhagavatam from this great and powerful sage. Now I shall try to make you hear the very same thing as I learned it from him, and I have realized it him. Srila Prabhupada, it's a very long purport, so I'll go to towards the end of the purport. The secret of knowing Bhagavatam is mentioned here. No one can give rapt attention who is not pure in mind. No one can be pure in mind who is not pure in action. No one can be pure in action who is not pure in eating, sleeping, fearing, and mating. But somehow or other, if one hears with rapt attention from the right person at the very beginning, one can assuredly see Lord Krishna in persons in these pages of Srimad Bhagavatam. So Bhagavatam is Krishna and transcendental sound vibration. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati emphasizes this point by correlating the different parts of Krishna's body to the different cantos in Srimad Bhagavatam, starting with the lotus feet of the Lord, first and second canto, and going all the way up to the body of the Lord. As we progress farther, the different cantos are correlated, and all the way up to the smiling face of the Lord, the 10th canto. So we heard such a wonderful presentation on the glories of Bhagavatam and the importance of this day from Devi Shakti Mataji. Thank you. That was the most amazing presentation this morning. It was just unbelievable to hear so much knowledge and so much realism. Read about it when we practice the principles of Srimad Bhagavatam. So we must read and study the scriptures regularly. It's important. I'll read a statement from Srila Prabhupada. He says, throughout the world, whatever knowledge is there, in the Srimad Bhagavatam, everything is there. There is literature, there is poetry, there is philosophy, there is religion, there is love of Godhead, there is astronomy, everything is there. Srimad Bhagavatam, Amalam Puranam, and he quotes one verse from the 12th canto, 13th chapter, Vidya Bhagavata Dabi. If one simply reads the Srimad Bhagavatam, his education is topmost. Vidya Bhagavata Dabi. There is something topmost, ultimate. So for education, Vidya, this Srimad Bhagavatam. When one studies Bhagavatam, he is well versed in every subject matter. So if we create a new generation in your country, he was referring to America, so that in the future there will be fluent speakers in Srimad Bhagavatam and preach all over the country, and your country will be saved. This is our program. We have come here not to exploit your country, but to give you something substantial. This is the Krishna consciousness movement. Prabhupada mentions, and he's speaking from realization. He's not just saying everything is there in Srimad Bhagavatam. So it's nice and it's important, and we glorify that, to distribute Srimad Bhagavatam, particularly on this day, as it's mentioned, place it on a golden throne and glorify it, worship it as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and one who presents Bhagavatam to others on this day, as it mentions, one is guaranteed eternal life in the spiritual world. And so, but now we have to understand as devotees how important it is. Nasta prayeshu abhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya bhagavati uttama sloke bhaktir bhavati naistaki. Not only to hear and Srimad Bhagavatam, to distribute. Of course, that is very important because the world is suffering from lack of knowledge. There's only one thing missing in this world, as Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati says, and that is Krishna conscious. And without transcendental knowledge, there's no question of being Krishna conscious. And so this transcendental knowledge is the greatest gift to the human culture, and it's the most needed gift also. It's amazing. Devotees were distributing Bhagavatams yesterday. I was just remembering, I just wanted to mention one personality who's made his life distributing Prabhupada's books. He's in America. His name is Mahotsava. I don't know if you know him. He distributed 55 sets of Srimad Bhagavatam in one day. One day. That's in one day. And so he goes out. He takes Bhagavatam with him, and he's out there distributing books from morning to night. And that's just a small part of his contribution to book distribution. But it just shows that how now Srimad Bhagavatam, as was mentioned, Prabhupada wanted Bhagavatam in every house for those who actually were intelligent, and he learned it. Gentlemen should have a set of Srimad Bhagavatam, and of course, Chaitanya Charitamrita. And Chaitanya Charitamrita, as mentioned, is living Bhagavatam, because Bhagavatam means the glory of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And Chaitanya Charitamrita is that Supreme Personality of Godhead who's glorified as Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So we need to see how important it is to read and study this book, because by doing that, one will become fixed in the process of devotional service. There's no question of going away. Once you gain transcendental knowledge, you're fixed. Even though Maya will disturb in such a way, still we have the reference, the philosophy, the knowledge that's given to us by the great souls through the scriptures and by their own personal realizations. That knowledge is the foundation by which we stay fixed in our practice of Krishna consciousness. So we want to take advantage of the Srimad Bhagavatam, not only by distributing it. Of course, today is that day that's just glorious. It's such a special day. But actually, we live Bhagavatam every moment. Nasta prayeja bhagavadresha, nitya, every moment. To hear Srimad Bhagavatam. Prabhupada would say, everything is there in Bhagavatam. And the process of reading is the process of hearing. And hearing, it's mentioned in the Padma Purana that the principle of hearing follows three principles. And then there is a fourth principle that is a result of these first three. One is that when you're hearing Bhagavatam from those who are qualified to speak Bhagavatam, then you have faith that that person is able to speak. In other words, faith in the orator or the speaker. Two, humility. Humility means to be receptive to that message, not try to analyze it or try to reinterpret it according to your own understanding, but to accept it as it here. That is called, Prabhupada mentions this in this one to hear with rapt attention. What is rapt attention? That means absorption. And that's one of the principles of hearing. And of course, it applies especially also to the principle of reading. And then, what is the third principle? Destroying the faults of the mind. And that is that the mind will wander. Chanchalahi mana Krishna pramati balavadridham. The mind wanders. That's the nature of the mind. It goes this way and that way. But keeping the mind fixed on the sound vibration of Srimad Bhagavatam, on transcendental sound vibration, allows one, the next principle, to manifest. And what is that? One gets realization. One gets realization of the knowledge that's being heard. And if one somehow falls short of receiving realization, then one will get questions. So this is the principle of hearing as mentioned in Padma Purana. If we don't get questions, or we don't get realizations, that means we weren't absorbed, we weren't absorbed in the sound vibration. The mind somehow defeated us. And so this is the process. And Bhagavatam is just nectar, as was mentioned this morning by Daivi Shakti. Prabhupada chose Bhagavatam to take it to the Western countries. He had 200 sets. And he, although he spent 5 years in Vrindavan, translating Srimad Bhagavatam in somewhat of a language that was a little bit hard to correlate with the actual proper English. But probably still, the message was there. And Prabhupada preached Bhagavatam from the time he came to the time he left. And that the glories of the Supreme Personality of Godhead and the process of pure devotional service, everything is there. So take advantage of this day by distributing, of course, and receiving Bhagavatam for those who are fortunate. And at the same time, we should renew our enthusiasm to hear Srimad Bhagavatam, to hear more and more, because this is the process of by satam prasangam amavirya sambido bhavanti ridkarna rasayan katha. In the association of great souls, when the glories of the Lord are being spoken, that is nectar. That is rasayan. That katha is so sweet. It enters into the ear and into the heart. And then the mind becomes, what we say, submissive to the sound vibration. And then the heart becomes somewhat charmed or purified. Now, this is the process of Krishna consciousness. And this transcendental knowledge is one of the greatest gifts. It's a special gift. There's a lot of those who claim to be leaders in spiritual areas, different sadhus, saints, and others, but they make their own philosophy. They think that by creating something new, this will attract people. And a lot of times, they get followers, but those followers don't get anything beneficial, because they don't glorify the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And the essence of that glorification comes in Srimad Bhagavatam. I think Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati, it was a Bhakti Vinod Thakur. Bhakti Vinod Thakur said, of all of the books in the world were thrown into the ocean, there was only Srimad Bhagavatam left, there would be no loss. How important everything is there in Srimad Bhagavatam. And so, this is the process. And of course, to hear Bhagavatam from those who are qualified to speak Bhagavatam. So Srila Prabhupada spent, how many hours not only translating and making his Bhaktivedanta purports in such a way that it could be understood by those in the Western countries who were not familiar with the Vedic culture, the Vedic text, the Vedic philosophy. Prabhupada really dove deep into his intelligence to come up with a way of presenting Bhagavatam that would be satisfactory and understandable to the Western mind. Along with the text, Prabhupada's Bhagavatam is glorious. It is glorious. There are other editions of Bhagavatam, but the commentators really don't focus on the essence of the Bhagavatam. But Srila Prabhupada's Bhagavatam, we can see the result. Thousands, hundreds of thousands of people around the world. Bhagavatam is ultimately Krishna in sound bite. It's called Amalam Paradam Paramahansa Samhitam. It's the best of all scriptures. And it's understandable by the grace of the pure devotee. So the more we go deeper into the practice of Krishna consciousness, the more we realize the process of transcendental knowledge coming from the great souls through the message of Srimad Bhagavatam. And Prabhupada was tireless in giving us Bhagavatam. And he spent, those hours when no one else was, everyone was taking rest, Prabhupada was up giving us Srimad Bhagavatam. He made that his mission. And he also said that now take this knowledge and learn it and distribute it. And he wanted each and every devotee, and this is not just some statement, he made this statement many times, I want each and every devotee to become a spiritual master. He said, what does it mean to become a spiritual master? Is to be able to repeat the words of the previous acharyas, practice Krishna consciousness accordingly, and based on your practice and understanding, you'll realize the text of Srimad Bhagavatam, transcendental knowledge. So we need more and more persons to come to that platform of spreading Krishna consciousness through this transcendental knowledge given by Srila Prabhupada. The world is really in bad shape. I don't know, sometimes I peek into the news and see what's going on, and then things are, I'm not sure what level of planetary system we're on here. I think we're in the lower planets, and sometimes what is going on in this world is so horrible and so abominable, and people are really, really suffering. But if we can make even one person become attracted to devotional service, that is a great achievement. But we don't want just one. Srila Prabhupada wanted the whole world. That's the heart of a great soul. His compassion is unlimited. He wants to give that same, I remember one particular incident which illustrates Srila Prabhupada's really deep, heartfelt concern for other people's suffering. This was in Mayapur when he was, I remember somewhere he was, I think, standing on one of the buildings, more on a higher floor. And there had just been a serve out of some prasadam, I think it was some khichdi. And now everything was there, the plates were there, and some children were running around from the villages. They came to get whatever they could find. And then there were dogs also. So the dogs and the children were scraping and fighting amongst each other, trying to get whatever. Prabhupada saw that, and it really brought a tear to his eye. He felt so like we have to do something to help them. And then he started to institute a regular prasadam program every day in Srimad Mayapur Dham. So the heart of Srila Prabhupada, the heart of a great soul is they feel for the sufferings of others. They rejoice in the happiness of others, and they feel for the sufferings of others. So it's our duty, and it's our legacy to somehow or other take this knowledge that Srila Prabhupada has given us, and whatever capacity we have, whatever position we have, whatever qualifications or disqualifications we have, it doesn't really matter, because as soon as we develop that desire and apply it to the practice of distributing this mercy, Krishna will empower that devotee to do wonderful things. So I thank you very much. I know this is supposed to be a quote-unquote Vyasa-puja ceremony, but all I can say in this regard is that I'm very fortunate to have the opportunity to have the position to represent in some way, some small way, Srila Prabhupada's mission spreading Krishna consciousness. So thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
His Holiness Candramauli Swami Guru Maharaj ki. So we are very grateful to Maharaj for narrating the glories of Srimad Bhagavatam on this wonderful day of Bhadra Purnima. So as also Maharaj mentioned that there are few personalities who contributed in his life very much, in his spiritual life. They are all here. So we have with us His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj. And Her Grace Devi Shakti Mataji. And of course, Srila Prabhupada ki. So may we humbly request His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj to please come here and share the wonderful, transcendental, loving memories of time spent with his dear friend.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Oh my God, give me some.
Hare Lord. His Holiness Candramauli Swami Guru Maharaj ki. His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj ki. Srila Prabhupada ki.
Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namane Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharane Nirbhishesha Shunyavadi Vastyata Desha Dharane Vanchakalpatarubhyas Chakripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Bhavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Hare Krishna. I am so grateful to be with you on this very holy and auspicious day. I have had the very sacred blessing and fortune of serving Srila Prabhupada together with Candramauli Swami Maharaj for over 51 years. And over this time, I have been inspired with such deep gratitude to witness his complete determination. His determination to serve Sri Radha, Krishna, Srila Prabhupada with no motivation but to please them. I have never detected in his character any type of envy. He's simply everyone's well-wisher. And this quality in and of itself is extraordinary, most rare and exalted. I have not seen in him any desire to do anything but assist in Srila Prabhupada's mission. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada was quoted by our beloved Srila Prabhupada that the first quality, which means no duplicity, where, and the essence of that simplicity is having no desire but to serve one's spiritual master in Krishna. And over decades, I have seen His Holiness Candramauli Swami Maharaj pass through inconceivable obstacles and difficulties and hardships, physical austerities, social and emotional upheavals, and yet in his own genuinely humble, devoted way, he carries on with his devotional service. It seems like nothing could stop him. And at least for now, it seems the way he dances that even time cannot stop him. He has, from his heart of hearts, he has taken shelter of Srila Prabhupada's mercy, the mercy of the Panchatattva and Shishirata Madhava. And what a hopeful, beautiful message Srila Prabhupada is giving to the world through Candramauli Swami Maharaj. That one who genuinely takes shelter, Srila Prabhupada gives the power to give shelter. Candramauli Swami Maharaj, I see so many people getting so much of the shelter of Srila Prabhupada. Radha Vrindavan Chandra, through your compassion, through your devotion, through your dedication, I thank you. And thank you for tolerating me for all these years. When we first met, I was milking cows, and I would bring the milk to Candramauli Maharaj. He was a brahmachari then, so was I.
He used to call me Mother Yasoda.
Yeah, he would take the milk and make it into cream, and then make it into, and he would churn butter. He was actually doing the service of the gopis. And sometimes it was below zero, freezing cold, snowstorms, and he would just be by hand, no machines, making the butter. And he was so meticulous to do it absolutely perfectly because it was going to be offered to the deities. And later he became a cook. He was in a basement of a 200-year-old farmhouse on the top of a mountain, and there was no gas or electrical cooking. It was wood. And in the winter, all the wood was wet. So it would give, you can correct me, I would say 75% smoke and 25% fire. And because it's freezing with snow all around in a basement, a dungeon actually, there was only one little window and you couldn't open it. The smoke.
That was the nickname of the kitchen. We called it the dungeon.
Yeah. The smoke was so filling, and he would cook 6 offerings a day down there, all alone. And I was just upstairs. I was pujari, and it was just the two of us from 6:30 in the morning till 6:30 in the evening. We were the only two up there doing all the cooking and all the artis and everything. And his eyes would be totally swollen red, practically infected by just smoke constantly. And I would say about 2 days a month, he was totally blind.
Yep.
I remember because I had to do all the cooking those days.
I'm sorry about that.
He could have been anywhere else on the planet doing anything. Why did he want to stay in that situation? It's actually inconceivable. Year after year. Because that was the service. as servant of the servant of the servant, that was the service Srila Prabhupada was giving him. So there was no question. There was nowhere else in the universe he would rather be than in that smoke-filled dungeon cooking for Sri Sri Radha Vrindavanath. Always so grateful. Your heart is such a personification of what you were speaking about in Srimad Bhagavatam. And on this very, very special and holy day, I'm so grateful to be with you. And later he was Pujari for Prabhupada's palace, and he was sent out to distribute books or collect, and then he was given sannyas. And now he's traveling all over the world, inspiring countless people and giving such wonderful, beautiful, heartfelt Shastra teachings. I thank Srila Prabhupada for giving me your friendship and your association, Maharaj. Candramauli Swami Maharaj ki jai.
Haribo! 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 His Holiness Candramauli Swami Maharaj ki, His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj ki, their transcendental loving relationship ki. Thank you very much, His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj. Maharaj was mentioning that even time is not able to affect His Holiness Candramauli Swami Maharaj. Yesterday, when Her Grace Suri Mataji was sharing that, Maharaj, you should take care of your health or your body while dancing. So Maharaj told, dancing is my therapy actually. So, thank you very much, Maharaj. Now we request Her Grace Devi Shakti Mataji. Maharaj mentioned in the beginning of his Vyasa-puja address that Her Grace Devi Shakti Mataji gave the books and also followed Maharaj up, that Maharaj becomes a very wonderful devotee. So I would like to mention that Her Grace Devi Shakti Mataji today gave a very wonderful lecture on Bhadra Purnima, and by his efforts and by the blessings of many exalted Vaishnavas, we achieved the target of 79 Srimad Bhagavatam sets on the occasion of 79th Vyasa-puja of His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj. So thank you. We request Mataji to please come.
She's my guru. Seriously, that's not just some euphemism. She brought me to Krishna consciousness. And I'm totally indebted for her determination to make sure I didn't get away.
I want to thank Candramauli Swami for everything that he's done for Srila Prabhupada. The sloka in Bhagavad Gita, happiness in the mode of goodness, that which in the beginning is like poison and in the end is like nectar. So now we're experiencing the nectar. Candramauli Swami was the first person that I ever distributed a Srimad Bhagavatam set to. He didn't want the Srimad Bhagavatam set.
I tried to get away.
I forced him to take it, and I stole all of his money in order for him to pay for it.
She asked me, how much you have in your bank account? And I had $500, and I said, $250. I lied.
Ultimately, he gave everything. So he was the most difficult person in my entire experience of Krishna consciousness to convince to become a devotee.
I'm still like that.
Never did I have to strain and work so hard to convince him that he belonged to Srila Prabhupada.
She came all the way to my house.
Yes, I did.
We were in New York, and she came to New Jersey just to cook for me and then make sure that maybe I would be attracted to prasadam.
And I cooked cauliflower pakoras. What could be nicer? And Candramauli Swami has a sister also, and she also followed him to Krishna consciousness.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Is she still practicing?
She's coming back strong right now.
Very nice.
Very
Jai.
nice, yeah.
You have to bring her to,
She's coming to Govardhan Echo Village in the beginning of December
Oh,
for
wonderful.
retreat. Yeah,
Jai.
she's
so this is my success story, that he is sitting here now. And I thank you all very much. Hare Krishna. Jai.
she's amazing.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Har Grace Devi Shakti Mataji ki. Thank you, Mataji, for, there is a lot to say, but Mataji mentioned in brief how Mataji brought Maharaj in Krishna consciousness. Now we request His Grace Shrutakirti Prabhu to please come. And after that, His Grace, we will hear from His Grace Sarvadik Prabhu about their transcendental loving relationship with Maharaj.
Hare Krishna. I was hoping Dada Shakti wouldn't speak before me because the story she has, she just told you a little bit. In Vrindavan one morning, she told the full-length story. And I think you all should demand that she tells the whole story. It was very, very wonderful. Aside from that, Maharaj and Radhanath Swami, they're both graduates of New Vrindavan. Actually, Prabhupada, he referred to the devotees in New Vrindavan, and I don't think anywhere else, inmates. If you all know what inmates are, you know.
Prisoners.
Prison means they were in a prison. Inmates, he called them the inmates of New Vrindavan. And I just said to Maharaj that you two escaped eventually from New Vrindavan. Maharaj, Radhanath Maharaj was just saying to me, we've been through a lot together. My experience with Maharaj has been, over the early years, was very brief. Although I was in New Vrindavan, I don't think you ever remember me in New Vrindavan.
No, you were before me.
I was before, yeah, he came a little, I left in summer of 72. Probably that's when you came.
I came in the March of 73.
We have a few things in common, Maharaj, myself. As the years go by, we see more and more. We talk about it. Prasadam is one of them. We both have Italian ancestors. So And whenever he comes to where we are in Mayapur, I remember being there with you. He would come up to our flat every day, and we gave him so much Italian food, one day he finally said something else. We were putting so much cheese in the pasta that he said, a little less. I do see his qualities. I remember in New Vrindavan a few years ago, he invited me to lunch. My wife and myself, he invited us to lunch at the Govindas there, and his disciples were cooking. And I believe he said like 12:30. Well, 12:30 came and went, 12:45 came and went, 1 o'clock came and went. It was about an hour later. And when they finally brought the prasadam, he was very calm. Didn't even chastise. He was very, very nice. And I thought, this is very special. I know other of my godbrothers, some big sannyasis, they could make you cry over prasadam. But Maharaj's nature, he's very, very sweet. He's been very kind to me over the years. And the more I get to know him, the more I appreciate spending time with you, Maharaj.
Yeah, we even danced together.
Yeah, but you're still dancing, and
You showed me something yesterday.
I gave you a little few minutes
Yeah, it was
yesterday,
good.
yes. I'll be recovering from that for another week. Today I walked up the stairs, I couldn't even chant when I got into the room here. I was so exhausted from walking up 3 flights of stairs. But he's amazing. Maharaj is amazing. And you know, I don't know how many of you know, he has a special deity. You all know his deity he has? Haridas Thakur is a deity. So his whole business is to distribute the holy name. And as we know him, I imagine it's been mentioned decades ago, he was preaching to the prisoners and the inmates. As an ex-inmate of New Vrindavan, somehow or other, he was giving Krishna consciousness to those in prison, and he established that program. I believe at that time, I went in your room once, you were reading, and you told me you gave 15 minutes. You were reading different Nectar of Devotion, 15 minutes, Bhagavatam, 15 minutes, right?
Yeah. I don't remember what books we were, but we were reading.
Yes. So I'm just happy to be able to have so many wonderful devotees that have given me some attention, have helped me, given me association, and I have to say that both Radhanath Maharaj and Candramauli Maharaj, they've been very, very kind. And the one thing I see with different devotees, because I don't have any good qualities, but they see that I did some service to Prabhupada. They have great attachment to Srila Prabhupada. That's what I see in that. And I just feel thankful that just because of that connection somehow or other, they've given me so much opportunity to get their association and be a little enthusiastic in my service. And I just pray that we both, all of us, we get to spend many more years together, and I can watch you as you give Krishna consciousness to so many people all around the world. So I appreciate you very, very much. And this morning at Mangalartik, before Mangalartik, I have that tendency sometimes to say things, and better not said maybe. So I went up to him right away this morning and I said, I want to be the first one to say happy birthday. He said it was yesterday. All right. I said, well, I'm going to be the last one to say happy birthday to you. So happy Vyasa-puja, happy birthday, Maharaj. I think we're going to have lunch together.
Thank you.
Today we'll have lunch together. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Candramauli Maharaj ki jai, Hare Krishna.
Shruti Kirti Prabhu ki. Shruti Kirti Prabhu carries Srila Prabhupada wherever he goes, and therefore he's giving To give Krishna, that's hard, but to give Srila Prabhupada, everybody is swimming in the ocean of transcendental happiness when they hear Shruti Kirti describe what Prabhupada was like and what was it like to be with Srila Prabhupada and what he taught us. Ocean of nectar. He's been traveling all around the world and making people just dear to Srila Prabhupada. And this is so wonderful. Thank you. Continue.
Evil. His Grace Shrutakirti Prabhu ki. Thank you very much, His Grace Shrutakirti Prabhu. Prabhuji, every year coming here and showering His mercy upon all of us. So we are very grateful to Prabhuji, and Prabhuji was mentioning about Maharaj's preaching in prison. So we are very fortunate to have that realizations of Maharaj in this wonderful book, Holy Jail. But very few copies are here. So those devotees who want to relish this nectar, they are requested. After the session, Mataji is raising his hand now only. So they can collect from there, and we request Maharaj to personally sign the copies and shower his blessings. This is one copy, Holy Jail, where many prisoners have given their interviews, how they were benefited by Maharaj's preaching. And another book is Krishna's Way, Natural Living. And that book is also mentioning about cow protection and farm communities and discussion on that. So this book also can be collected from outside, and Maharaj will sign on that. Now we request His Grace Sarvadik Prabhu. Okay, yeah, stall is just at the back. Now we request His Grace Sarvadik Prabhu to please come, and after this, His Grace Kaivalya Prabhu, we will hear from. Revol.
Pancha Kaupatubhischa Kripa Sindhu Bhevacha Patitanam Pavanabhyo Vaishnavyo. So it has been my good fortune to spend time with Maharaj. In his jail preaching program, we visited Columbia, South Carolina, and Petersburg, Virginia together to help these devotees. Because they're devotees, they're in jail. Because by the force of their karma, by the influence of the modes of material nature, mama maya duratyaya, they do something stupid and they land in jail, but they're devotees. And preaching in jail, you have a very good opportunity because you have a captive audience. But they're good devotees also. Who will take time? What devotee has compassion to go there? They're not going to give you donations. They're not going to attend any program. Who's going to help them? And many of them really need to be in jail, to be away from the temptations of material life they were unable to transcend. And when we distribute books in jail, one book will be read by 20, 30 people. I personally know 2 devotees who are on the verge of suicide because they land in jail and they think, I'm going to be here in this hellish environment for the next 20 years. And they can't deal with it. They're ready to end their life. And then somehow or other, by the grace of God, they get a Back to God magazine or a piece of literature, one of Srila Prabhupada's small books, and they become devotees instantly. But who has the heart and soul, the compassion to take care of them? I went to one program. It's a First Petersburg program, Maharaj. I walk in the room, there's 4 walls, small room. There's BBT art on each wall. Incense is burning. They have Gaurnitai deities. They have a harmonium. They have a kartal. They have mridanga and all of Prabhupada's books. So they said to me, did you see our Gaurnitai deities? Or what? Gaurnitai. Gaurnitai. Oh, Gaurnitai. They never met a devotee before. and they're reading Prabhupada's books. But unless you meet a devotee who explains Prabhupada's books, much of what is the knowledge that is available there goes right over their head. They need to meet devotees. They met Prabhupada through his books. But who will take the time and energy to sacrifice their life for the welfare of these poor souls that have been incarcerated in jail? Only devotees like Maharaj. So there's an exact analogy between prison life and our life. Because Prabhus, Mantajis, we are also in prison, are we not? Are we not in prison? Mama Maya Duratyaya, the modes of material nature are not easy to transcend. We're beaten by the modes of material nature, Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas. And the persons in jail are also beaten by modes of nature. They're there because they made some offense. How are we here in the material world? Because we made some offense. We're not here because we're pure devotees. We're here because we made some offense to Krishna and we find ourselves in the material world, struggling hard to be happy, imitating Krishna. Just like a little child, a little baby girl. She sees her mother cooking and she thinks, I want to cook just like mommy. So the parents want to entertain the child and they buy a little plastic stove, plastic pots and pans, some spoons, and she sits at her plastic stove and she's stirring like she's cooking just like mommy. She's not cooking like mommy. She thinks she's cooking like mommy. If you give her the real stove, she'll burn the house down. So we're in a similar situation. We're thinking, I am the enjoyer. Ishwaroham aham bhogi siddhoham balavan sukhi. This is our disease. I am the controller, I am perfect, powerful, and happy. And we're none of those things. But we think we are. We're like the little child thinking, I'm cooking just like mommy. We're not the supreme controller. We are subordinate to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But because we think we are, we made offense, we've come to this material world. How to get out? Tasmad gurum prapaddeta jigyasu shaya uttamam. Shabdi parecha nishnatam brahmanya upashamashrayam. The solution, even the demigods in heaven, with lifetime of millions of years, inconceivable material happiness to our standard of living. Still they're afraid. Still they're fearful. Next verse says this, Tasmat gurum prapaddeta. What is the solution to everyone's problem in life? Tasmat means therefore. When your argument is strong, when you've reached a conclusion, you say therefore. Therefore, Guru Prapaddeta, the solution to all our problems is to surrender to Sri Guru, Krishna's representative. Now in our analogy, a person who is imprisoned, after he's spent his time, he's lived out his duration of his prison sentence, he doesn't go directly back into society. He goes to a halfway house and has to report to a parole officer. So in this analogy, who is parole officer? Who is helping us come reintegrate back into real society, spiritual society? Goloka Vrindavan, Sri Guru. There is one devotee. He did something really stupid. Found himself in jail. He got out, went to a halfway house. They gave him a job. They gave him a car. But you have to stay in the halfway house. You're not completely free. They told him, here's the car, here's the keys, go to work, you keep the money, you go to work, but you have to stay here, we're watching you. He couldn't deal with it, took the car, drove to Mexico, bam, they put him back in jail. So who is the parole officer in our life? Sri Guru. If we follow his instructions, we are liberated from material life once. Yad gatvani nivartante tadama paramamama. You go back to the kingdom of God and never come back to this material ever again. But if you disregard parole officer, if you disregard Sri Guru, then again you become conditioned. Sadhana means you have one foot in the kingdom of God and you have 1 foot in the material world. We're on parole. We're being watched. And if we follow the instructions of Sri Guru, we can get out. And this is the importance of having Guru. Without Guru, you're like a ship without a rudder. You can be in the boat. You're aloof from the modes of nature. You're in the boat of bhakti. You're reading a shastra, you're associating with devotees, you're taking prasadam, offering obeisances to deity. You're aloof from the influence of modes of material nature, but without a rudder, you can't go anywhere. Guru is essential for our progress in spiritual life. Without Guru, spiritual life is phantasmagoria. It's a dream. It's a hallucination. You require guidance. Even if you want to decide, I'm going to become computer technology. I'm going to learn how to fix computers. Do you just start taking one apart? You'll destroy the computer. It'll never work again. In the same way, even if this is true on a material level, how much more important is it on a spiritual level? We need instruction. Tasmad gurum prapadyata. Prapadyata, we have to surrender. Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashtena sevaya upadakshanti te jnanam jnaninas tattvadarshina. If you want to be tattvadarshi, if you want to see things as they are, who are you? What is this world? Why am I suffering? Who is God? You have to prapadyata. You have to surrender. And pariprashna, ask relevant questions. And seva, give seva. It's not free. The priceless information, the spiritual information, the blessings we receive from Guru is not free. You have to give seva. Because Guru is not a void, a light, a zero, a nothing. He's not impersonal. He's full of desires. For what? For serving Krishna. So Shishya's duty is to cooperate with Sri Guru. If he follows he's going back to Godhead. And if you follow him, you will also go. This is the simple principle of Guru Parampara. I wanted to tell one story also, because I was fortunate to visit New Vrindavan in 1977. I was doing bhajan with His Holiness Radhanath Maharaj. He was living in a closet. And we were doing 24-hour kirtan because Srila Prabhupada's health was very delicate at that time. So Maharaj had taken the most undesirable time slot from 1 o'clock in the morning till 4:30 in the morning, till Mangalarti start. So one morning I dragged myself out, did kirtan with Maharaj, and I was staying in New Vrindavan for getting some training in deity worship. So New Vrindavan was very, very austere place. Breakfast meant oat water, not oatmeal, oat water. You take 1 cup of oats and you put 10 cups of water, you drink it. And plain rice, no masala, no ghee, plain rice and oat water. All week long, this is the diet. And lunchtime, maybe a little sabji. They go out to the forest and pick some weeds, poke salad. They make some sabji from the weeds in the forest, and dal, and maybe some chapati. Very, very austere. But on Sunday, big feast. Gulab jamun, sweet rice from Radha Vrindavan Chandra's cows, sabji, puri, halwa, pakora, chutney, big feast. And the devotees were eating so many gulab jamuns that Kirtanananda Swami said, this is Maya. No more than 2 gulab jamuns. The devotees became very sad. What? Only 2? Because they're eating 5, 6, 7 gulab jamuns. And actually the most depressing day of the New Vrindavan inmates week was Monday, because the Sunday feast was 6 days away. And the most joyful day is Saturday. Sunday feast is coming. No more water. So Kirtanananda said, only 2 gulab jamuns. So Srila Prabhupada was there, and they took their case to Prabhupada. That Srila Prabhupada, Kirtanananda Swami says this is Maya and only 2 gulab jamuns. Prabhupada said, you can eat as many as you like. But Kirtanananda Swami, he can only eat 2. So I offer my Ananta Koti Shastanga Dandavat Pranam to my beloved Godbrother Candramauli Maharaj. I wish him long life and ever increasing service To all inside the prison, the big prison and the little prison, may you deliver them all.
Viva!
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Give me your
Viva!
Kripa Koro.
His Grace Saradik Prabhu ki.
Sarvadrik Prabhu has started one of the most successful prison preaching programs that it's still going on in America today. It's probably one of the most dynamic. He
Viva!
cultivated this group of people, and they're just, I mean, there's about 9 or 10 inmates that regularly meet, and they just have programs. They have deities, as he mentioned. So he's one of the, actually, he's one of the foremost prison preachers in ISKCON.
Viva! So Maharaj mentioned that His Grace Saradik Prabhu also preaching in prison very successfully, and he is one of the most successful prison preachers. Viva! So we are very grateful to His Grace Saradik Prabhu. Now we request His Grace Kaivalya Prabhu to please come. And especially His Grace Saradik Prabhu has also promised to come every year in SPMF. Viva! So Prabhuji was yesterday glorifying ISKCON Ujjain devotee community and the arrangement. So we beg for the blessings of Prabhuji and all the assembled great souls that we continue to serve Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj in this wonderful mission under their guidance. Hare
Hare Krishna. So we all know Maharaj for many, many years. Actually, he's very, very merciful to my family. Maharaj came to our house about 35 years ago from New Vrindavan. Since that time, I know Maharaj and Maharaj's very nice, merciful nature. Also, Maharaj is very jolly in his nature, all the time laughing, smiling. So all the devotees feel very happy to meet him, and anytime you can come and talk to him, very easy to talk to. So that Maharaj has so many qualities, and he was preaching from New Vrindavan in the prison ministry, and that's a good, we all are in material world, which is just like prison, and Maharaj can really take us out of prison, this material world. So we have to take his shelter and try to understand his instructions. And other thing, good thing, Maharaj, he likes prasadam very much, really. Especially, he was at my house about a month ago for 1 week, and we took Maharaj to different programs, and everywhere, everybody likes Maharaj. It's so easygoing. So that's a good. Maharaj likes pasta with Parmesan cheese. So that's very favorite. That's what my daughter-in-law told me, that's favorite for Maharaj, and he really likes it. So.
Indian style.
And Maharaj dancing, we all know he can dance for hours without getting tired. At this age also, I get tired in 5 minutes, but Maharaj can dance so much, and everybody really appreciates that and gets so much enthusiastic seeing him dancing. So that's greatness of Maharaj, and he's preaching all over the world and doing very great job, and he's following the footsteps of Srila Prabhupada. So we are all grateful to Maharaj. Thank you very much, Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
Viva! Thank you. Grace Kaivalya Prabhu ki. Thank you, Prabhuji. Now we request His Holiness Bhakti Prabha Swami Maharaj. And after that, His Holiness Bhakti Jivan Brajanand Swami Maharaj. We will hear from him. And
Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pastaya Bhupale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Namine Namaste Saraswata Devi Gauravan Pacharni Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paskatya Desatarni. During the 1980s in Russia, many devotees were prosecuted. And the KGB, the Secret Service, instructed his agents that how to recognize a member of the Hare Krishna sect. And they said they are always smiling. They are, in other words, they are happy. And that Candramauli Maharaj is an example of this verse of the Bhagavad Gita 9.2, Susukam Kartam Avyayam. Every time since last 25 years that I'm meeting Maharaj, he's always smiling, he's always happy in his dancing, his singing. That so Avyayam, it's happy, which is happiness, which is everlasting. That I've heard Shuddha Kirti Prabhu glorifying Srila Prabhupada, and especially what touched my heart was that how deeply Srila Prabhupada loves all his disciples. And I had the same experience with Bhakti Charamaj. His love for his disciples was inspiring them to do things which are extraordinary. Just a manifestation of the festival here is due to the love of Bhakti Charamaj and Srila Prabhupada and all his followers. That so Candramauli Maharaj, I can feel your genuine love for all the devotees. That and his disciples, the few disciples that I know, they are also exhibiting this same quality. That's the result of associating with Maharaj. He's also very tolerant. And I'm sure he went to a lot of difficulties. That in 2007 or 2008, I was in Mayapur and Maharaj had just undergo surgery. And he was in the next room in the Brahmachari, senior Brahmachari ashram. And I could have his association. I had also his association while traveling in the Balkan states with Prahlad Nanda Maharaj. So that's one of the most happy times of my experience in Krishna consciousness. That he's also very merciful. I know all his disciples, he tries to visit them in many places. But factually, and that was an instruction of Bhakti Charamaj. Bhakti Charamaj instructed us, you should see my god brothers on the same level. Accept them as your spiritual master. So in that way, we are all your disciples here. So in Nectar of Instruction, in the 5th verse, it is said that one should associate with that devotee who has lost the propensity to criticize others. So I've never heard Maharaj criticizing anyone, and that is a great quality. So I'm very thankful, Maharaj, for any time we have spent together, and please continue to shower your blessings upon all of us. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki, Candramauli Maharaj ki.
Rivol.
Bhakti Prabhav Maharaj ki.
Jai. So, thank you very much, His Holiness Bhakti Prabhav Swami Maharaj. Now, may we request His Holiness Bhakti Jivan Brajanand Swami Maharaj to please come. And Maharaj was mentioning about the dancing quality of His Holiness Candramauli Swami Maharaj. So, one devotee shared with me few lines. I just want to read it. Just like Vakreshwar Pandit is known in Chaitanya Leela for his dance, Candramauli Swami Maharaj is ISKCON's Vakreshwar Pandit. Vakreshwar Pandit could dance for 72 hours without any break. So, there is Krishna Kirtan Dhruv shared this line actually. Thank you, Krishna Kirtan.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Sahij Holiness Candramauli Swami Maharaj ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyascha Pasanam Bhavan. Aman. So, I don't have much physical association with Maharaj, but I heard one inspiration from Maharaj preaching in jail. I was hearing many stories when I come to ISKCON. We hear from different devotees. So, one time I saw in Maharaj in Mayapur, then I asked the devotees regarding Maharaj. So he told about how Maharaj was preaching in the jail. That actually inspired me a lot. So we were traveling in the bus. Sankirtan was for 5 years, not staying in any temple. So we stay in bus for 5 years, distributing Prabhupada's book. So in Madhya Pradesh near Jabalpur, so we are passing through some person, he gave me some donation. So I thought how to spend this money, but so I had an idea. So I thought next day actually we went to that village near Jabalpur jail. We are passing through. So I got this idea that better I give a Srila Prabhupada set in the jail. In that money, I got donation. So, so we went to the jail and took permission from the jailer, the superintendent, and we gave one set of Srila Prabhupada's book in that jail. So, so he was happy. So what happened in that, they have a library actually in that jail. So they kept Srila Prabhupada's book in that jail. And there was one criminal. There are many criminals, but one criminal, his offense was so severe. Non-lawyer was fighting for him his case. So, so he was supposed to be prosecuted after few years because no lawyer was taking his case for there is no question of releasing from his jail. So he was thinking of suiciding himself. Then that jailer authority they asked, what is your desire? What did you become? No lawyer is. So he told, I like to read some books. So he came to the library. He was coming library every day. Then he found Srila Prabhupada's books there, and he started reading Bhagavad Gita from there. And after reading Bhagavad Gita, almost like 6 months, then his nature become changed, and the jailer found that his behavior, everything, because he was very rough person, behavior, everything has changed. And some lawyer, 2-3 lawyers agreed to take his case. Finally, he was released after 1 year from the jail. And when I released, after 7 years, we came again, went past through Jabalpur area in that bus. And that person, he found our bus. Then he was asking that how many books you have, this Swamiji. I told, why you are asking? We have this book, that book, that. And I saw a whole set of Srila Prabhupada's book. I want everything, including Srimad Bhagavatam. Then he told the story, what happened to him in jail. He told, I am the person who received Srila Prabhupada's book in the jail. So from this, we understood the incident. We understood that how it influence into preaching in the jail. And New Vrindavan lifestyle, as Maharaj went past through New Vrindavan. From the New Vrindavan lifestyle, actually, I got many inspiration. We were a little lazy actually in the beginning, particularly in going out. When I went to Manipur, because I was from eastern India side, and Manipur is a completely different climate. It's freezing cold there. For us, we need a hot bath, this thing, that thing. Then one Maharaj came, the Vyasa-puja Swami, he was staying in New Vrindavan. He told the story of how they were living in New Vrindavan. And when I heard that story of New Vrindavan lifestyle, from that day onwards, we forgot about hot bath. In freezing cold, even 1 degree Celsius there in Manipur, we are taking cold bath. Which how much austerity the devotee took in from New Vrindavan, Srila Prabhupada said, we cannot do this thing. So these are inspiration I got from Maharaj lifestyle of New Vrindavan and his preaching. Thank you, Maharaj, for your wonderful association here you're giving as during my stay. You are so much loving, always taking care of. I pray that Sri Radha Madan Mohan give you much more strength. So you keep on preaching Srila Prabhupada's mission. Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Reborn. His Holiness Bhakti Jivan Bhajanand Swami Maharaj ki. Thank you, Maharaj, for sharing about Maharaj.
Can I tell a jail story? A quick jail story?
Maharaj is sharing a jail story. Reborn.
This one shows the transcendental nature of Srila Prabhupada's books. It was a ladies' jail. And this was in Europe. It was in Slovenia. So I came, and it was a group of ladies that came to hear. So they all sat around. There must have been about 20 of them, 25. And I'm speaking about Bhagavad Gita. And in the middle of my talk, one of the ladies, she gets up real fast and runs away. She's going back to her area. The power of Srila Prabhupada's books. Thank you.
Haribo. Thank you, Maharaj, for sharing this story. And there are so many other stories which we can get through that book, Holy Jail. And those devotees, if the copies are finished, they can book their copy. Maharaj is here for showering his mercy for many more days to come. So they can get their copy signed by Maharaj also. Haribo. Now we will hear from His Holiness Bhakti Keval Gopendra Krishna Swami Maharaj. So may I request Maharaj to please come here. And after that we have here Pushpanjali ceremony and Guru Puja ceremony also. So now we will hear from His Holiness Bhakti Keval Gopendra Krishna Swami Maharaj.
नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णते भक्तिवेदांतो स्वामी नित्य नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे वंशा कल्पतरुवश्य कृपा सिंधुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेव वैष्णवेभ्यो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण। सबसे पहले चंद्रमौली महाराज जी के चरण कमल में हम करोड़ करोड़ प्रणाम कर रहे हैं और उनके शुभ आविर्भाव तिथि है। मैं पहले से कोई परिचित नहीं है, पिछले बार भी हम व्यास पूजा में आए थे, महाराज जी का दर्शन हुआ और महाराज जी खुद ही बता रहे थे कि कैसे ऑस्टेरिटी करते थे न्यू वृंदावन में। और दूसरे जो नीचे जो न्यू वृंदावन के छोर के जो नीचे भक्त रहते थे वो न्यू वृंदावन वाले भक्तों के इतने अच्छे मानते भी नहीं थे। और ऐसे ही है क्योंकि बहुत ऑस्ट्रेलियन लाइफ, बहुत कीचड़ थे। महाराज बोलते थे कि इतने बड़े जूता पहन के चलते थे। तो इसी प्रकार हम इस उज्जैन की इस फेस्टिवल में बहुत फेस्टिवल हमें एक साथ में मिला। एक तो भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर के आविर्भाव, हरिदास ठाकुर के तिरुभाव, और ये हरिदास ठाकुर के जो तिरुभाव है अनंत चतुर्दशी है। अनंत चतुर्दशी, और हम लोग अनंत क्या करते हैं, हमेशा भगवान या भक्त के गुण गाते हैं। तो इससे हमें भक्त की महिमा को गाने के हमें चांस मिला है। तो उसके बाद प्रभुपाद मेमोरियल फेस्टिवल, गुरु महाराज जी की व्यास पूजा और चंद्रमौली स्वामी महाराज की भी व्यास पूजा। तो बहुत सारे फेस्टिवल, बहुत सारे भक्त एकत्रित हुए। केवल एक ही व्यास पूजा फेस्टिवल नहीं, बहुत सारे फेस्टिवल हम लोग तो इस हम एक साथ में मिला। जे वैष्णवेर नामे है जगत पवित्र, ब्रह्मादि गाय जय वैष्णव चरित्र। तो ब्रह्मांड को पवित्र करने के लिए जो वैष्णव के चरित्रों से सारा ब्रह्मांड पवित्र हो जाते हैं। केवल हम लोग नहीं, ब्रह्मा आदि भी जो वैष्णव के चरित्रों को गाते रहते हैं। तो इसलिए गाना सुनना एक ही है। गुरु कैसे होते, कृष्णदास कविराज गोस्वामी पहले शब्द चैतन्य चरितामृत पहले शब्द वंदे गुरुन। गुरुन मतलब बहुवचन है, शिक्षा गुरु दीक्षा गुरु। तो बोले शिक्षा गुरु जो मंत्र होते, शिक्षा दीक्षा गुरु होते हैं, और जो है वो शिक्षा गुरु। शिरो सनातन बन भट्ट रघुनाथ শ্রীজীব গোপাল ভট্ট দাস রঘুনাথ এই ছয় গুরু শিক্ষা গুরু যে আমার তা সবার পাদ পদ্মে কোটি नमस्कार। तो दो गुरु समान पर्जा में चलते हैं। तीसरी प्रकार जो बोले जो मंत्र प्रदान करते हैं ये मंत्र गुरु है। ये सिरूप कविराज गोस्वामी बोलता है ये से जो गुरु है ये हमारा शिक्षा गुरु है। इनके चरण कमल में मेरा करोड़ करोड़ दंडवत प्रणाम है। इसी प्रकार वैष्णव के आविर्भाव वैष्णव के त्रिभाव पवित्र होते हैं। जहाँ पे वैष्णव जन्म लेते हैं ये स्थान भी पवित्र होते हैं। जय स्थाने वैष्णव अवतारे ताहार प्रभावे रखो जो जन निस्तरे। जे स्थान वैष्णव करे न विजय সেই স্থান হয় सर्वतीर्थमय। तो बोलते हैं कविराज गोस्वामी कहते हैं जहां वैष्णव अवतीर्ण होते हैं वो एरिया पूरा तीर्थमय हो जाते हैं। ठीक है अवतीर्ण नहीं हुआ, जहां विजय करते जहां भ्रमण करते जाते हैं प्रचार के लिए जाते ये भी तीर्थमय कर देते हैं। तो हम लोग नरोत्तम दास ठाकुर के चरित्र से हम देखते हैं जब महाप्रभु गए थे, जब महाप्रभु खेतरी में गए थे गौरेर हटे, नरोत्तम जन्म भी नहीं हुआ, प्रकट भी नहीं हुआ। तो उसी समय महाप्रभु नित्यानंद प्रभु से कहते हैं श्रीपद मुझे यह रहने के लिए मैं स्वयं बहुत आनंदित होता हूं क्योंकि यह स्थान पवित्र है, बहुत पवित्र। क्यों? भक्तों आविर्भाव होने वाले है तो भक्तों आने से पहले वो स्थान पवित्र। तो इसलिए जहां वैष्णव प्रकट होते हैं ये सभी तीर्थमय होते हैं। जहां वैष्णव भ्रमण करते हैं वो तीर्थ हो जाते हैं। चैतन्य महाप्रभु जी कहते हैं, चैतन्य महाप्रभु कहते हैं कि कोई व्यक्ति गया में पिंडदान करते हैं वो व्यक्ति का उद्धार हो जाए जिसके नाम से। तो मा देखिबा मात्र कोटि पुत्र पितृगण সেই ক্ষণে সর্ববন্ধ পাইবে মোচন অতএব তীর্থ নাহে তোমার সমান तीर्थेर परम तुमी मंगल प्रदान। तो महाप्रभु जी स्वयं कहते हैं कि तीर्थों में पिंडदान को जो करेगा वो जिसके नाम से करेगा वही उद्धार होगा। लेकिन वैष्णव इतने पवित्र है, ये महाप्रभु की वचन है। अपने गुरु ईश्वरपुरी पाद से पहले मिले थे तब महाप्रभु का अनुभव महाप्रभु स्वयं बोल रहा है तीर्थ आपके दर्शन मात्र से, एक शुद्ध वैष्णव के दर्शन मात्र से करोड़ों करोड़ पितृगण शिखने पाए सर्वबंध विमोचन। तो अतएव इसी प्रकार आपके जैसे तीर्थ कोई है ही नहीं। तीर्थों के परम आप है मंगल प्रधान। यही आमी देह समार पिलाम तुम्हारे आमी जानो भासी कृष्ण प्रेमेर सागरे। तो बोले ईश्वरपुरी का दर्शन करके कहते हैं कि मैं अपना शरीर जो है आपको समर्पित करता हूं, ये कृपा मुझे कीजिए कि मैं प्रेम की सागर में। तो ये वैष्णव की महिमा है। और महाराज जी के ऐसे ही गुण है, बहुत मुस्कुराते रहते हैं, सबसे मिलके रहते हैं। कहते हैं वैष्णवेर गुणग्राही नाही देखे न दोष काय मने वाक्ये करे वैष्णव संतोष। तो वैष्णवेर गुणाग्राही गुण को ग्रहण करते हैं, वैष्णव को गुण को ग्रहण करते हैं। नाही देखे न दोष नहीं देखते हैं। कली होते जीव हमें तो कुछ ना कुछ दोष होगा, लेकिन दोष नहीं, नहीं देखें दोष नहीं देखते हैं। काय मन वचन से वैष्णवों को खुश करते हैं। इसी प्रकार और अभिभक्ति प्रभा महाराज जी बोल रहे थे कि हमारा गुरु महाराज जैसे बताए कि जैसे मैं हूँ, हमारा जो गुरु भाई है, ऐसे ही आप उनको सबको देखना, हमारा जो शिष्य है। तो इसके लिए महाराज जी बोले कि आप भी हमारा गुरु है। तो इसी प्रकार महाराज जी की हमें ज़्यादा जानकारी नहीं थे, तो इस बहुत सुंदर उत्सव है, ये उत्सव में हम लोग भाग लिए हैं। इतने बोल के हम वाणी को विराम देते हैं। अब लोग बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद है। और चंद्रमौली महाराज भी मुझे कृपा करे, जिनके कृपा से हम अच्छे से भजन कर पाए। जय चंद्रमौली महाराज स्वामी महाराज के जय, जगत श्रील प्रभुपाद के जय, गौर प्रेमानंद।
जय हिज होलीनेस भक्ति केवल गोपेंद्र कृष्ण स्वामी महाराज की। थोड़ा जय में कमी आ रही है। हरि बोल। तो अभी now we have two disciples of Maharaj here. We will hear from them as they are very eager to speak about the glories of their wonderful spiritual master. So may I request Her Grace Sri Devi Mataji is here. Her Grace Sri Devi Mataji and His Grace Vrashab Prabhu. He was at the bookstall. Okay, meanwhile, okay, he's... Yes, please come. Vrashab Prabhu, please come here. So, just now I came to know that all the holy jail books are already went into holy hands of some devotees. So, those devotees who wish to have this, they can book and Maharaj will sign them surely. His Grace Shuddha Kirti Prabhu also brought the books, What is the Difficulty? So they were sold without any difficulty. So devotees are very, very enthusiastic here. So there are not much copies, but we will have more copies. And now we are very, very fortunate that we are having the association of such great souls who have performed so much austerity in their lives. कभी-कभी अपन बोलते हैं ना कि बाप दादा का माल है, तो इसी तरह से Srila Prabhupada has done so much hardship. His disciples have done so much hardship for our benefit. We can sit comfortably and hear from them, relish Krishna Prasadam and so on. So this is our great good fortune to have their association. Now we request Vrashab Prabhu to please share his offering and then Her Grace Sri Devi Mataji. Then we will go for Pushpanjali. Hare Krishna.
Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashnaya Bhutale Srimate Candramauli Swami Namine. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashitate Shatarine. My Divine Master, Your Holiness Candramauli Swami Maharaj, if you find pleasing, kindly accept my humble obeisances and glorification unto yours, Srila Prabhupada's, and Assembly Vaishnava's lotus feet. It is impossible for a significant conditioned jiva like myself to understand, perceive, even describe your true glories. Jiva covered by thick layers of lust, anger, envy, greed, and other manifestations of lower modes has his own limited understanding on others' qualities, and what to say of such elevated souls like Krishna's unalloyed pure devotee. Disciple, despite all my disqualifications, it is my duty to try my best in this impossible task, asking for help of Shri Shri Radha Madan Mohan, Shri Shri Krishna Balaram, and Shri Shri Gornitai to empower me. As mentioned lately in your lecture, Gurudev, personal servants are indeed very confidential associates, seeing their authority in all kinds of situations, seeing their habits, likes and dislikes, struggles, and what is happening behind the scene. Having unimaginable opportunity year after year, despite my terrible service to you, I want to share with the world a small aspect of your pure qualities, if I may. You are so simple, and there is no duplicity in you, Gurudev. You are the same in your private quarters, on the Vyasa giving lectures, or fully dancing your way to Krishna's for Krishna satisfaction late in night in kirtan programs all around the world. When you are not preaching, you are preparing for preaching. By your engagement in sadhana, worshipping your deities in very high standard, listening to Srila Prabhupada's lectures over and over again, studying books, arranging your living space with more Krishna conscious stimulants, and still having time to personally answer all the emails your disciples, aspirants, and other well-wishers send you daily. You are very regulated and organized in your service to Srila Prabhupada, which gives great inspiration for us, grandchildren of Srila Prabhupada. Your kirtans are full of love for Godhead, and everyone can feel it. You show by example how bhakti is the substance that conquers and satisfies the Lord, and not external expertise by themselves. We want both. And this is what you were teaching me by very specific instructions how to do things. Be devotional, but be expert. You know, you are known as Dancing Swami, because when you connect with Kirtan, with Mahamantra, no matter how tired or in pain you are, you transcend all the obstacles and lift all of us into Krishna's and Mahaprabhu's Harinam Sankirtan Lila. People don't understand how incredible this is under your seemingly bad bodily health condition. Many times you say to us, you have no idea how you manage to give a class or lead a kirtan. You are very selfless, giving yourself fully and constantly to Srila Prabhupada's service and mission. I noticed only two kinds of meditation you are constantly in: how to please Krishna or how to please Srila Prabhupada, and I guess both at the same time. Nothing else is in your consciousness than how to always serve the Lords, your Lords. You are Prabhupada Nuga, and everything you say, you hear it in one way or another from your divine Gurudev, our spiritual grandfather, Shiksha Guru, and founder Acharya. No time or space for personal interest. Your life is continuous, blissful devotional service to Krishna, Gurudev, and to us all. Service is your life. To see you how lovingly and caring you are towards your deities, your disciples, and devotees in general is heartwarming. At the moment when you take care of your deities, you can fully realize what pleases the Lord. In your association, I am realizing that the deity is Krishna himself, right there. Even when it is a simple picture of the Lord, still very respectful, very particular how you deal with him. You have every detail well planned for the full satisfaction of the Lordship, teaching and engaging us how to do the same. Your words are pure Shastra. You say nothing that was not said or written by Srila Prabhupada and previous acharyas. Even though the body is aged a lot, your memory is sharp as ever, remembering exact location of the sentence you spoke in the lecture, supporting your statement. Sometimes, out of your humility, as an answer to the question, you refer a quote from your spiritual master in the book, letting him preach to us. You just want to be his representative. Explain the Shastra as Srila Prabhupada did. You want to make Srila Prabhupada's teachings and mercy alive through your action, words, and example. Without such example, it would be hard for us to understand Srila Prabhupada's glories, which emanate through you in everything you do. There are many aspects I can write about you, Gurudev, and I hope one day I will, so that the impression of my glorious spiritual master be deeply imprinted in my rascal polluted mind, and always remind me to whom my life really belongs to, not because I stole my soul, but because I was conquered intellectually and heart-wise by the care based on the true spiritual love you have for Krishna's part and parcel. I cannot imagine how seemingly impossible it is to train a disciple who has the qualities of a wild, untamed animal, to try to bring him year after year, little by little, closer to pure devotional service and becoming a pure cultured Vaishnava. So many blood, sweat, and nerves, especially in such late age. I wouldn't desire that even to an enemy. But it is my only chance. You take it fully on yourself as a responsibility to your divine spiritual master. Every time you become heavy on me, you are updating me with new qualities and blessings, crucial for my advancement. Without your mercy and satisfaction with small insignificant services I do to you, there is nothing in my power or in the whole universe that will push me forward. Thank you for being a channel of Srila Prabhupada's mercy, pointing it towards us. I hope to be better in my attempts to receive every drop of any kind of your mercy, so I can be on the list of the souls that you and Srila Prabhupada send back to Godhead. Your insignificant beggar.
Revol. Thank you, Rishabh Prabhu, for sharing your offering. Now I request Her Grace Sri Devi Mataji, our last but not least speaker. She will offer her heartfelt offering to Maharaj, and then we will do Pushpanjali ceremony.
Hare Krishna. My humble obeisances to my beloved spiritual master, to Srila Prabhupada, and to all the assembled Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya evacha patita nam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. I am so grateful to the devotees of ISKCON Ujjain who have glorified the pure devotee of the Lord. And I'm very humbled and I'm very privileged to be with all of you so that I can learn how to serve my Guru Maharaj and glorify him on this wonderful day. Thank you very much. My dear Guru Maharaj, your divine grace and my dear spiritual father, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to your divine grace. All glories to your divine appearance in this material world of sorrow and pain to save the conditioned fallen souls. All glories to the divine appearance of the pure, eternal servitor of the Lord, come to save and deliver us from the darkness of ignorance. All glories to the divine appearance of the transcendental personality who showers unlimited compassion on us and teaches us by example the meaning of pure devotional service. All glories to the divine appearance of the Uttamadhikari devotee of Lord Chaitanya, who loves the holy name, whose dancing is transcendental, and whose love for all is unfathomable. All glories to the divine personality who is so dear to Srila Prabhupada, being a loyal and faithful son and indefatigable servitor of his divine grace, Srila Prabhupada. Your glories are endless, Guru Maharaj, and we simply rejoice that in this lifetime, at last, we have received the supreme shelter of your divine lotus feet. I go back in time and remember my very first meeting, November 13, 2001, at Penn State University, when your merciful glance fell upon me and my life changed forever. What a pitiful rat I was, half mad, half drowned, severely beaten up by the material energy, washed up at your lotus feet, begging for mercy, incoherent with distress. I was almost comatose with despair. Lovingly, patiently, tenderly, like a father caring for a newborn baby. No, a premature baby. Your divine grace is nurturing me back to health. I cannot claim any ability to glorify my beloved spiritual master, incoherent as I am with deep gratitude, but by your mercy, I will try. Never once have you shamed me for my weaknesses. Never once have you condemned me for my lack of abilities. Never once have you judged me for various afflictions of mind and body. And never once have you made me feel less than because I'm in a woman's body. Thank you. On the other hand, I did not know what is love until I stumbled upon the unbelievable treasure called your divine lotus feet. How can I even begin to explain what it means to have your shelter, your protection, your instructions, and your compassion? An ocean of mercy, that is my Guru Maharaj. Your kindness is unbounded, your compassion infinite, your patience immeasurable, and your mercy limitless. Even such a fool as I can understand how blessed I am to receive this mercy. Like a beggar who suddenly receives a great fortune, I am rejoicing in the knowledge that I am saved by your mercy. I can never ever repay the debt that I owe my wonderful spiritual master, but I simply humbly pray to pay it forward through devotional service. I simply want to make the words emanating from your lotus mouth one with my heart, and I do not desire anything else. On this most wonderful Vyasa-puja day, offering obeisances again and again, I offer this prayer by Bhaktivinoda Thakur in Bhajan Lalasa. O Gurudev, by a drop of your mercy, make this servant of yours humbler than a blade of grass. Give me the strength to bear all trials and troubles, and make me devoid of all desires for personal honor. O Lord and Master, please give me the power to properly honor all living beings. Only then will I sing the holy name in great ecstasy, and all my offenses cease. O Lord and Master, when will this devotee obtaining your mercy become blessed? Devoid of all strength and intelligence, I am very low and fallen. Please make me your own servant. Upon examining my value, I find that I have none. Your mercy is essential to me. Therefore, if you are not merciful, I will constantly weep and I will not maintain my life any longer. This is my condition, and I'm simply begging for mercy. For without your mercy, I cannot maintain my life. What to speak of rendering any service? I am but a tiny speck of dust, and mostly in Maya, sometimes falling into Krishna, as Srila Prabhupada describes. So I'm pleading for your mercy to hold tight to your lotus feet and make a little progress on the path of bhakti. I am blind, lame, and ill-advised. Hence, only by clinging to the stick of mercy will I be able to cross this dark and perilous worldly existence. My faults are innumerable, my abilities few, my offenses cripple me, and my anarthas have me in a bind. Who else but your holiness can deliver me from the snares of Maya? Please help me to become a fixed particle of dust, so that clinging to your divine lotus feet, I may cross the insurmountable ocean of material life. This tiny ant falling at your lotus feet beseeches for your mercy. May I learn to serve my God brothers and God sisters with deep humility and total surrender. May I acquire their good qualities and give up my own bad ones. May I acquire a taste for chanting the holy name and give up all false ego and pride in service to the Vaishnavas. May I have compassion for all living entities and see them all as parts and parcels of Krishna. Your mercy is my only hope. On this wonderful day, therefore, offering my prostrated, humble obeisances at your divine lotus feet, I cry out, mercy, 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 my beloved Master. I pray to become, by your mercy, a simple, surrendered, humble servant, ever obedient to your desires, and thus make this life successful. Your humble, ever grateful servant, Sri Devi Dasi.
Hari Bol. Thank you very much, Mataji.
She
Mother-
preaches a lot. She gives classes in Mayapur. She helps so many people who are struggling in Krishna consciousness. She's really determined to help devotees who really need help, and they come to her. And when they come, many times they come to me and they say, "Wow, she helped me a lot." And she's good with dealing with devotees who are struggling, and also she gives wonderful classes. Thank you, Sri Devi.
Hari Bol. Thank you. Now we request His Holiness Bhakti Prem Swami Maharaj. And yeah. Oh, garland. Hari Bol.
नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते चंद्रमौली स्वामी नित्य नामिने। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी नित्य नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पश्चात दशतारिणे। Thank you, Maharaj, for allowing us to celebrate your birthday here. In the beginning, I want to beg forgiveness from Your Holiness. We are unable to celebrate this festival nicely, but we are giving you what next year we'll celebrate more gorgeously. Your behavior shows what is Ohituki Kripa, unconditional, unmotivated. Due to your presence, our festival become the real festival. Actually, we have used your name. When Maharaj is coming, Maharaj Vyasa-puja, that is so many people have come. You are the personality, you have come first in the very beginning. And you are the personality, you will give last. So, that means your heart is here in Ujjain. Last year you have told, I have deep connection with Ujjain, Mahakal sheep, and my name is Candramauli sheep. So I have, yes. So that is why every year your Vyasa-puja should be celebrated here. And your sacrifice, you have skipped your Vyasa-puja day one day later, so that there should not be any hindrance in Bhakti Swami Guru Maharaj Vyasa-puja. This is, we cannot imagine your magnanimity. And our festivity, you have increased one more day, 18th. So I hope everybody in your presence got so much inspiration. I think those who are not dancing, they got little inspiration. We should also dance. If Maharaj at the age of more than 71, if he can dance, why you cannot? So, your presence in the temple, I will give you guarantee everybody got lot of inspiration in their spiritual life. Yes, we can also progress. I am right? If right, then you can say, Jor Sara Hari Bol. Who wants next year Maharaj Vyasa-puja should be celebrated Ujjain? We want to hear from Maharaj. Has he granted or not? Yes, Maharaj? Next year we will be here?
Well, you were the first one to ask me 2 years ago, and I said, yes.
Hari Bol! So,
I don't think anybody can say no to you. You make it so attractive.
Maharaj looks like Chatush Kumar. He does not give more than 4 years old. And is innocent about the material. He does not understand anything. So Maharaj will be stay here few more days. You should give full advantage of his presence. And there is no rules and regulations to come closer to him and get mercy from him. He is free to shower his causeless mercy. I have seen one person is going, Maharaj is going and Ashirvad. So this type of magnanimity he has. So we need Ujjain devotee needs this type of mercy from you. So at the end, I want again forgiveness because due to her shortcomings, we have not served you properly. And few more days, we'll try to get your association. His Holiness Candramauli Swami Guru Maharaj ki, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki, Gaur Preman. And last one I can say, Shishmat Bhakti Charu Maharaj is very happy with you as you are guiding us.
Hari Bol.
Bhakti Prem Maharaj Ki.
Jai.
He is carrying on the legacy of Bhakti Charu Maharaj in a very powerful way. So many devotees are coming forward because of his sweet, sweet nature and his dynamic preaching. He preaches so powerfully. Just the other day, there were 72 people lined up for initiation, and there's more coming up in a couple days. Maharaj is attracting people to Krishna consciousness in a very powerful way. Thank you, Maharaj. Peace. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Maharaj. Now we will have Pushpanjali ceremony. So we request devotees to please stand up. Rivo. Now Pad Prakshalan first and then Pushpanjali. So we request His Grace Ram Gopal Prabhu, Akshar Govind Prabhu to please distribute the flowers. And Ranginatha Mataji distribute flowers on the Mataji side. We can have some kirtan. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare Rama. केक भी होगा कृष्णा कृष्णा फूल फूल मिल गए सबको फूल मिल गए फूल किसको नहीं मिले कौन फूल फ्लावर Maharaj. पहले पुष्पांजलि
So we have flower for Pushpanjali. Distributing.
सबको flowers? Everybody got the flowers? Yes, yes.
The flower will be offered 3 times. Yeah?
Akshar going through distributing. Yeah, you can take from here.
Om Ajnanatirandasya.
Om Ajnanatirandasya.
Shri Guruvai Namaha. Dadati Sadantikam Shri Guru Jota Adakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamsa Shri Rupam Jatam Mahagana Karunatanitam Tam Sajivam Abudaitam Sabadutam Harijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Radha Krishna Padam Lalita Vishakalitamsya Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Amen Itina Mire Namaste Satadeve Gauravani Nijari Shesa Navadi Nishtata Satarine Nemaham Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Mate Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Nitina Mine Srivasavanavi Devi Vedaya Tripadgaye Sambandha Vijnana Prabhavi Namaha Ujjala Premadda Anuga Bhaktida Gaura Karuna Shakti Vijnaya Namastute Namaste Gauravani Namaste Dinatarine Anuga Viruda Satyanta Danta Arine Gaurati Suraya Namara Chambhude Jate Namaha Bhakti Vinodaya Shakti Sarupaya Gavarayate Gora Virva Bhumesa Vikasya Sajjana Priya Sarvabhauma Natate Namaha Kalpatarubhyasya Sindhudva Evacha Dinanam Pavanabhyo Vedbo Namo Namah Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Gaurati Tatmatam Krishna Bhaktarupa Sarupakam Bhaktavatarang Bhaktakshang नमामि भक्त शक्तिकम हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्तुते जयतां सुरतो पंगो मम मंदमतिर्गति मत्सर्वस्य पदाम्बुजो राधा मदन मोहन दिव्यवृंदारण कल्पद्रुमाद श्रीमद् रत्नागार सिंहासनस्थो श्रीमन् राधा शिल गोविंद देवो प्रष्टालेवे सेव्यमानो स्मरामि श्रीमन् रासरसारम्भे वंशीवाटतट स्थितः कर्षन् वेणुसनर्गोपी गोपीनाथस्यस्तेन तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गे राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवास आदि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते चंद्रमौली स्वामी नामिने ऐसा पुष्पांजलि समर्पयामि। नमो विष्णुपादाय चंद्रमौली कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते चंद्रमौली स्वामी नामिने ऐसा पुष्पांजलि समर्पयामि। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले इति नामिने ऐसा पुष्पांजलि समर्पयामि। इजल चंद्रमौली स्वामी महाराज के इजल चंद्रमौली स्वामी महाराज व्यास-पूजा महोत्सव के श्रील प्रभुपाद के सर्वत गौर भक्तवृंद के गौर प्रेमानंदे। संसार दाव नललिरलोक त्रनाय कारण गण गणतम प्राप्त सकलन गुणर्नवस्य वंदे गुरौ श्री चरणरविंद। Would you like to sing? Would you like? महाप्रभु के कीर्तन नित गीता पवित्र मदन मनसुर सेन
रोमाञ्चकम्पश्रुतरङ्गभजो वन्दे गुरौ श्री चरणरविन्दं रोमाञ्चकम् श्रीविग्रहाराधननित्यनना शृङ्गारतन्मन्दिरमार्जनदो युक्तस्य भक्तंश्च निकुञ्जतोऽपि वन्दे गुरौ श्री चरणरविन्दं युक्तस्य भक्ता चतुर्वेदा श्री भगवत्प्रसाद स्वादन्न तृप्ता नरिभक्त संगान् कृतैव तृप्तिं भजत सदैव वन्दे गुरौ श्री चरणरविन्दं कृतैव तृप्तिं श्रीराधिका माधवयोरपार माधुर्यलीला गुणरूपनाम्नां श्रीराधिका प्रतीक्षणास्वादनलोलुपस्य वन्दे गुरौ श्री चरणरविन्दं प्रतीक्षणात् निकुञ्जजनौरतिकलिषिद्ध जा जलभिर्जुक्तिरपेक्षणीय निकुञ्जजन दद्राति दक्षरतिवल्लभस्य वन्दे गुरौ श्री चरणरविन्दं दद्राति दक्ष साक्षादरित्यन समस्तशास्त्रैः उक्तस्तथा भावतैव सद्भिः किन्तु प्रभुर्जो प्रिय एव तस्य वन्दे गुरौ श्री चरणरविन्दं यस्य प्रसादात् भगवत् प्रसादात् यस्य अप्रसादात् न गति कुतोऽपि यस्य प्रसादात् Bhagavat Prasada Jasya Aprasadan Nagati Kutapi. Adham stubham tasya jasastri shandang Bande Gurau Shri Charanara Bindam Dayam stubham tatsu Bande Gurau Shri Charanara Bindam Bande Gurau Shri Charanara Bindam. Jaya Guru Deva, Guru Deva, Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Namayam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Candramauli Swami Niti Namine Namayam. Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namayam Vishnu Padaya. Haribol, Haribol. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunnavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare.
और कोई नहीं, हम सब उधर में चले गए, जाना पड़ेगा।
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna. Hey. Yeah, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna. Hey. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Gauranga. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hey. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Shri Ram. Hey. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Jai Shri Radhe. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hey. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hey! Chant dance, chant dance. Dance. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Gauranga. Hey. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Gauranga. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Rama, Rama Rama, Rama Hare. Hey.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Nitai Gaur. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Gauranga. Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Gauranga. Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Prabhupada. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Gauranga, 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 Gauranga. Gauranga, Gauranga, Gauranga. Gauranga, 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 Gauranga. Gauranga, 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 Gauranga. Nityananda, 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 Nityananda. Nityananda, 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 Nityananda. Nityananda, 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 Nityananda. Nityananda, 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 Nityananda. Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga. Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga. Nitai Gauranga Jai, Nitai Gauranga. Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga. Nitai, 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 Nitai Gauranga. Nitai, 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 Nitai Gauranga. Jai Sacinandana, Jai Sacinandana. Jai Sacinandana, Jai Sacinandana. Jai Sacinandana, Jai Sacinandana. Jai Sacinandana, Jai Sacinandana. Nitai Gauranga Jai, Nitai Gauranga. Nitai Gauranga Jaya, Nitai Gauranga. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol.
Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol.
Bhai Go Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol,
Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol.
Jai Jai Prabhupada, 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 Jai Prabhupada.
Jai Prabhupada, 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 Jai Prabhupada,
Jai Prabhupada, Prabhupada,
Prabhupada,
Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada.
Jai Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada.
Jai Jai Gurudev, 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 Gurudev.
Jai Jai Gurudev, 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 Jai Gurudev.
Bhai Go Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Jai Go Hari Bol.
Jai Go Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gaura Hari Bol.
Srila Prabhupada ki, Harinam Shankirtan ki, Nitai Gaur, Himanand.
His Holiness Candramauli Swami Maharaja ki. His Holiness Candramauli Swami Maharaj Vyasa-puja Celebration ki. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki. Nitai Gaur Premanande. Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram,